The harsh truth: most people don't deserve Bitcoin. The harsh truth is that most people don't deserve Bitcoin. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean it as a reality that very few are willing to face. Because Bitcoin isn't just another investment. It isn't a quick lottery ticket. It isn't a meme coin gamble. Bitcoin is something much deeper. And that's why most people will never truly understand it or earn the right to hold it. Think about this. We live in a world where people trust banks that fail, governments that inflate away their savings, and corporations that track, monitor, and sell every detail of their lives. And still, most people defend this system, even when it's robbing them blind. So why would they ever deserve something like Bitcoin, a tool that breaks them free from all of that? Bitcoin requires discipline, patience, conviction. It punishes greed, it exposes ignorance, and it rewards only those willing to think differently than the crowd. That's why so few can handle it. Most people would rather chase a 100x altcoin pump than sit quietly holding Bitcoin for years. Most people can't wait, and Bitcoin knows it. Bitcoin is like a mirror. It reflects your character back at you. Are you patient? Are you disciplined? Do you really understand money? Or do you just follow the herd because everyone else does? The harsh truth is, most people fail that test. Let's take a step back. What is money really? It's not just paper in your wallet, not just numbers on a screen. Money is time. Money is energy. Money is trust. And for thousands of years, humans have been tricked into giving their time and energy away. To rulers, to kings, to governments, to central banks. Bitcoin ends that scam, but only for those willing to claim it. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. Most people don't want freedom. They say they do. But when freedom comes with responsibility, they run back to their cages. Because holding Bitcoin means you, and only you, are responsible for your wealth. No one to call if you lose your keys. No bank to beg for a refund. No government bailout. And that terrifies most people. Ask yourself, how many people do you know could handle that responsibility? How many could safely store their own Bitcoin for 10, 20, even 50 years? How many could resist selling when the price crashes 80%? How many could resist cashing out when their friends are bragging about altcoin pumps? That's why I say, most people don't deserve Bitcoin. Here's another truth. Bitcoin isn't here to make everyone rich. It's here to expose who's prepared and who isn't. It's here to separate the signal from the noise, the strong hands from the weak, the patient builders from the reckless gamblers. Bitcoin doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about your excuses. It's math. It's truth. And it only rewards those who align with it. Now, think about history. Every time humanity was offered something revolutionary, most people rejected it. When electricity was first introduced, people said it was dangerous. When the internet appeared, people laughed and said it was a fad. And now, with Bitcoin, most people dismiss it as a scam, while the few who understand it quietly accumulate generational wealth. So here's the brutal reality. By the time the masses finally accept Bitcoin, it will already be too late. The early adopters, the ones who understood before everyone else, will already own most of it. And the latecomers will be left begging for scraps, locked into a system they never even tried to escape. That's why most people don't deserve Bitcoin, because they refused to even try. But here's the hidden part. The part no one tells you. You don't just get Bitcoin by buying it. You have to transform yourself to hold it. It's a test of character, a rite of passage. Bitcoin forces you to learn about money, about history, about human behavior. It forces you to see the lies of inflation, the corruption of central banks, the endless debt cycle. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that's when Bitcoin finally accepts you. Because maybe Bitcoin doesn't care if you deserve it or not. Maybe it's neutral. Maybe it's just math. But what it does is filter out those who can't rise to the challenge, those who can't control their impulses, those who can't think long term. And in the end, only the ones who pass that test will keep their Bitcoin. That's why governments fear it. That's why banks hate it. That's why mainstream media smears it. Because they know, if everyone truly understood Bitcoin, their control would collapse overnight. But they also know, most people won't do the work. Most people will stay distracted, chasing the next trend, addicted to comfort and convenience. And that's what keeps the system alive. So ask yourself this: do you deserve Bitcoin? Have you done the work to understand it? Can you handle the responsibility that comes with it? Can you resist the herd when everyone else is panicking or bragging? Can you think decades ahead instead of days? Because if you can, then maybe Bitcoin is for you. But if you can't, Bitcoin will simply slip through your fingers, and you'll blame everyone but yourself. This is the harsh truth. Bitcoin is not for everyone. It was never meant to be. It's for the ones willing to break free from the lies of fiat, the ones willing to question everything they were taught about money, the ones willing to sacrifice comfort today for freedom tomorrow. And maybe, just maybe, that's why it's so powerful. Because at the end of the day, Bitcoin doesn't need everyone. It only needs enough people who understand it, enough people who protect it, enough people who refuse to let it be corrupted, and those few, those rare individuals will change the world. Most people don't deserve Bitcoin, but maybe you do. And if you're still here listening, still curious, still questioning, then you've already taken the first step most people never will. You're not chasing the noise. You're searching for the truth. And that's exactly what Bitcoin demands. So the choice is yours. You can keep living in the illusion of fiat money, hoping the system will somehow save you, or you can accept the harsh truth, take responsibility, and claim your piece of the only money that can't be corrupted. The money that doesn't lie, the money that doesn't cheat, the money that doesn't inflate. Bitcoin. If this message resonated with you, if you feel like you've just discovered something most people will never understand, then I have one request. Don't keep it to yourself. Share this video, subscribe to this channel, and join the few who are willing to face the truth, while the rest of the world sleeps. Because the harsh truth is, most people don't deserve Bitcoin. But maybe, just maybe, you do.